guys, drdecks here. Still framing on this build, and what we've done since you've been away is we've done a lot of surface blocking, and the surface blocking is all to do about our borders and some of the design work that I'm putting into this deck. And you'd be surprised at how much effort has to go into the frame to put it, like if you want to cut in a curve or a circle or something inside of the middle of the decking, how much extra work it takes to create that. So for the last couple days, all we've been doing is surface blocking, and we probably got another day or two to go, just so we can put all of our alternate colored surface borders in and kind of get this thing to completion so we can actually start laying some deck boards. But we can't do anything yet until we get all of our blocking in. So Phil's been working on the upper deck, and he pretty much has finished the circumference of where our circular border goes in on the upper deck, so we don't have to butt join anything together. So on the lower deck, we still haven't finished putting in all of our surface borders. We have the outside done for our outside surface border, have all the blocking for that, but we haven't done any of the blocking for the center of the deck. There's a special circle going in there where there's going to be a fire pit, or some of the inside surface borders where the stairs drop, and then there's a border for those as well. So there's just a lot still to do, so we're just kind of grinding away on that, and that's what today's going to be about. All right, so what I'm doing right now is we're putting this template 35 inches away from the upper curve of the deck, so we can figure out where our stairs are going to stop and where we're going to pick up for our blocking. So now that we have this kind of place, now we know where we can start blocking out for our spaces for the deck. All right, so we just finished up this upper part of the deck where we have this, it's like two different curves that intersect. There's an outforming curve, and then there's this inset curve, and this curve is going to continue on the lower deck in the same fashion. It's going to go in a 14-foot circumference. Diameter, 14-foot
circle.
14-foot circle.
Is it a circle or an oval?
That's a circle. It's a circle. I don't do too many ellipses or ovals or anything like that. Anyway, so basically this is done and ready to go. So what'll happen is you'll step down 7.5 inches, and then there's going to be a bench with some curved deck boards, and that's going to flare off into a step on each side, each end of this circle, and then there's one more step off of those to get to the lower deck. But this section doesn't have the bottom step because there's going to be a fire pit right here, so this turns into a bench. So it's kind of like a step slash bench, and then if you step off of this, you got to be careful because it's a really high drop. It's like 15 inches.
Right.
So it's a low bench. Most benches are 16 to 18 or 16 to 20 inches tall. My benches are, this one's 15 inches because it works with the elevation. So I keep things a little lower. But we've done these before, and they're comfortable. So people with short legs really appreciate them, like me.
Yeah, I mean, I sit on them and they're fine, and I'm
his
so.
knees are up around his ears, but it's all good.
All right. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be cool. This is gonna be a bench, and then the sides are gonna be stairs, and then they're gonna like flow into each other. It's just gonna be banging. The doctor.
Wrap your head around that.
I can't. That's him.
Yeah, I had to take a picture of my computer screen. So there it is. Okay. We don't know where to stop this until we do have the curve figured out. So maybe we should go ahead and...
Oh, at least outline the circle?
Well, we should probably work on the circle first.
What's up with this?
Oh, she brought us cookies. You want some?
Who did?
Alice.
Who's Alice?
Alice is a lady we did a job for. You see the brick house up next to that greenhouse right there?
We talked about it.
We built a deck for her last year.
How was Cookie?
That was
Cookie was
delicious. I'm regretting it already, though. My figure, it's gonna be.
I split mine with Calvin, so I don't feel so bad.
I only ate half of mine, so I guess I don't feel terrible.
Oh, good.
It's like
I'm gonna eat the rest of it.
Of course.
It was only like 6,000 calories.
Yeah, just 3 times my daily intake.
So we got to make the jig 69 inches because we're gonna mark it at 68.
And
So
is that gonna be a 2x6?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'll mark it out, and then we'll start figuring out the blocking.
Where everything's going?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Captain J. Russell.
All right, so what we're doing now is we're using a piece of lumber as a compass, and I'm going to mark this out, and I already have the center point of my circle figured out in this blocking. So I'm going to mark the center of this board, and I'm pulling it back from the distance from the end of this that I need is 68 inches. So I've marked this as 68 inches. And then I'm going to put this screw in here. And then I'm going to drop it in this hole that I've already put in this board. Okay. So now I have my swinging pendulum, my compass, that I'll be able to figure this out with. And I just need to put a few marks on it because there's not just the outside edge that we're concerned about. We have a few different marks that we need to put on this board. So that's what I'm going to do next. So what I did was 2 inches in is where this bench stops, and this is where my surface border needs to start, is 2 inches in from the outside of this. The reason I'm 2 inches in is because I gotta have some space for my alternate field boards that are coming in. Now it's not gonna be so much a big deal in here, but once I start pendulating out this way, or once I start running my compass out here, it's all gonna matter throughout all this portion of the deck. So I marked my 2 inches, and then I have my 5.5 inch surface border. Okay, and then I have 2 inches on this side I gotta clear. Make sure I clear as well.
So the 2 inches is for the space for it getting cut in?
No, this 2 inches is, I need this for meat to screw all of our other boards going this way.
Okay.
Okay, so right here,
this is our deck board.
that's our deck, that's our curved deck board.
Right.
So this is our bent board. Okay, this is our screw line. Or it's basically our support for the deck board. Like, let's say this is a deck board coming in.
Yes. You need
Here,
to have support.
I gotta have
here.
something to put and be able to put fasteners in and lay the board, land the board on. So this is minimal distance,
Right. So this
which is
where
about
we
nine
absolutely have to
9
have
inches.
blocking.
9.5 inches. 9.5 inches. So that's a 2x10 in a perfect world.
Right.
But we've been using a lot of 2x12.
2x12s just to cover the whole bay.
Well, no, the whole bay is actually 13 and something.
Okay.
So if I would have framed this deck 11.5 inches apart, 13 on center, maybe I should have. Would have made our job a lot easier.
Next time.
Next time. Now I've got my compass, I've got my bent board, so I know that here's my bench, and then the skirt of the bench, and then my surface border.
Right.
So so on the inside of where the bench is gonna go, I don't need to worry about this, but I do have to worry about this. So I think we're just gonna use these two lines as like mandatory.
As we absolutely have to have blocking between here and here.
Yeah, absolutely have to.
Okay. And, you know, I learned this last time when we did the home show display, but the importance of this line right here, not putting a screw past it.
Oh yeah.
So when Jay goes to do his cut in for the bent boards and cuts all the decking in, if we go past this line right here and we put any screws over here, we risk Jay running into them when he cuts them, and we trash blades, or we can trash the board by doing that. So
yeah, it gets expensive real quick. So here's our first area that we know we're gonna need a board. So you're gonna have to have a board from there.
Right.
And it's you know, this border board. So I'm just gonna say to here, from here to here. Okay.
Right. Have to have
Oh,
one.
yep. There you go. So, Andy, basically, and if you're going to use this as support, remember, you got to keep the board at high.
Right, I'm gonna have to run,
Right.
like you were saying,
Yeah.
2x4s or whatever.
Okay, so,
So this board has to go all the way from here all the way down to at least past here.
right, but what we're going to do, I think, is, I I don't know if we could do this, is run a 2x12 on an angle from...
Oh, draw it out and then just stick it in there?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just put a way longer 2x12 in here, and then we'll draw the whole
exactly.
frame out.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Phil's done on a lot of his, not everything, but on a lot. So as long as the 2x12 still encompasses this, because if you drew a straight line from here to here, that's where your 2x12 is. You see? That's why you have to use a 2x12.
Right.
So to make a 2x12 work, let go, you're probably going to have to put the 2x12 from there to there. But it still should be wide enough to catch this. Okay, you need, where's your mark? Put it on that mark. Okay, see how when you rotate, okay, so we're a bit, lucky for us,
we don't have to worry about this side because it's the
right,
bench.
right.
So right now this is playable.
Correct. It is.
What about right here?
Yeah, I think we're good.
That's okay. Or should I come over a little bit?
Come over a little bit. Here. So now draw the bottom. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, please click that subscribe button. Share this information with your friends. Share our page with everyone if you can. Really appreciate it. If you want to be notified of future video releases, please also click the bell icon. Thank you very much and have a great day.